Talking and Grubbing live stream. How's everybody doing on this Monday night? Hope y'all doing good. I'm doing good. And I'm doing a lot better because today is my birthday. I'm officially 38 years old. I don't mind saying it. I don't feel I'm getting older. I'm just getting better. So decided to come definitely celebrate with y'all on my birthday with part 2 of my free-for-all special birthday edition. So definitely appreciate y'all coming hanging out with me on my birthday. Definitely can't believe this day is finally here. But I'm definitely excited to see what the future holds. And I appreciate all you for tuning in, whether you watching this on YouTube, Habs.tv, Facebook Live, Twitter, or Twitch. Glad y'all can join me. I'm about to let everybody know on social media that I'm live right now. So y'all give me a little bit here before I get into what I'm about to say. Excuse me. Thank you, Miss Elena, for the birthday wishes. I'm doing good. How you doing? Yeah. Okay, you asked me what did I do for my B-Day? I did nothing but just relax. That's all I did. I just relaxed for my B-Day. What's up, OG? Thank you for the birthday wish. All right, I'm doing good. Thank you.
YouTube is the #1 site for millions of creators.
I'm doing good. Sorry about that. What's up, Alex? I'm doing good. Thank you for the happy birthday wish. LT, thank you for the birthday wishes. Nothing, just relaxing. Max, thank you for the birthday wish. What's up, Intelligence Cycle? Thank you for the birthday wish, sir. Greatly appreciated. I forgot somebody here. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. LT, thank you for the birthday wish. Greatly appreciated. Yep, definitely had to come back here this week and do it for my birthday. Well, do this with y'all on my birthday. Also, for all those who are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Please hit the like button. Also, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Don't make it your last. Click that subscribe box and click that notification bell. Make sure you click all so you don't miss any new videos or upcoming live streams from me. Definitely going to get into some things here tonight. You know about the buyout. Intelligence Cycle said, "What's going on, man? How you celebrate your B-Day? Did you hear about LaMarcus Aldridge signing to the Nets? They are trying to build their all Harlem Globetrotters." Definitely gonna get into that. Also get into Andre Drummond signing with the Lakers and how that's gonna change for both teams. Miss Lane telling everybody hit that like button if they're watching this on YouTube. Please do. Also, if you're watching this on Facebook Live, Haps TV, definitely hit the like buttons as well. What's up, John? How you doing? Thank you. I'm doing good. How you doing? All right, I got a piece of this cookies and cream cake and cookies and cream ice cream. The cake was made by my sister-in-law, Navette the Baker of Humble Beginnings Mobile Bakery. She definitely does all kinds of treats, all kinds of desserts, whether it's for holidays, special occasions, or you just want to satisfy the sweet tooth. And here's her website. This is Humble Beginnings Mobile Bakery. There's the website. She definitely ships all over the country. So no matter where you are, she will definitely, if you want to satisfy the sweet tooth, she'll make sure she gets that to you. Okay, I'm getting a couple more birthday wishes here. All right, Matt, thank you for the birthday wishes. Also, One Journey, thank you for the birthday wish as well. Wait a minute, somebody think I OG, thank you for the super chat. Said don't spend it all in one place. Greatly appreciate that super chat, OG. John, you said I'm okay. That's good. Okay, definitely. If y'all want to definitely give me something for my want to donate for my birthday, you can donate through Super Chat. If you're on YouTube, you can also do it through Cash App or PayPal. Let me give y'all the Cash App cash tag. That's $ talking in grubbing. Here's the PayPal email address. That's talkingandgrubbing@gmail.com. Also, or you can also, if you want, you can buy a gift for me through my Amazon wish list. There's the Amazon wish list. Okay, wait a minute. I'm also looking at the YouTube live stream. I see it's not on YouTube. Let me show y'all the Amazon wish list. Here it is for the people that's watching on YouTube. If you didn't see it, there it is. There's my Amazon wish list. If you want to buy me a gift for my birthday, I greatly appreciate it. Miss Shalane, you said the cake looks yummy. It is. It's good. LT said, "Oh, QC, it's funny when people argue who's better between Kobe and LeBron, just like little kids arguing who's better, Batman or Superman." uh, uh, let me get into some of this cake. In Challenger Cycle, you said, "LG, I know, right? Facts. It's cool to like both guys. They're different. They're two different styles of play. That's true." LT, you asked me, so Kobe in your top six? Yeah, Kobe's in my top six. Matter of fact, I got Kobe at six. I definitely miss being on here with y'all. As we all know, okay, tell the cycle, you said, "Hello, Miss Shalane, how's it going?" Definitely miss being on here with y'all, but definitely, I mean, the NCAA tournament is, you know, definitely held that up. We're on to the Elite Eight now. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll be back with some more NBA live streams. Okay, Miss Shalane, Intelligent Cycle, how are you? What has been going on? Miss Shalane, you said QC, you have milk with the cake? No, I don't. All I have is the ice cream. That's all. Mm, that's all I have. And like I said, if you want to satisfy your sweet tooth, check out Humble Beginnings Mobile Bakery. That's my sister-in-law, Navette the Baker. There's the there's the link to the website. And no matter where you are, she could definitely get that shipped out to you wherever you are, across the country or even the world. Intelligent Cycle, you said told that Michelin work related stuff, been busy taking care of the family, definitely. LT, you said QC is not that many restaurants where you at because you in a small state. I'm in Texas, tons of restaurants. Nah, LT, you got that twisted. Ohio definitely has a lot of restaurants. Don't get it twisted. Ohio's definitely a foodie place, brother. Don't get it twisted. I had planned on doing some highlights on some restaurants here before the pandemic hit last year. So I'm definitely thinking about doing more. Well, finding a few restaurants here in the area. Well, here in the Cleveland area to highlight because there's some interesting restaurants that you may not see anywhere else. LT, like this one restaurant, like it's called Michael's Diner. It's right on the. It's right on the. It's right next to the rapid station. Well, the rapid stop, the which is the rail system here in Cleveland. It looks like a very old school diner. Something that you would see. It's something that you probably would see back in the day. I love their breakfast. Definitely gonna get to the sports stuff in a minute. Hey, somebody else gave me a birthday wish. I want to. That's on Facebook. Let me find out who that is before we get into the sports stuff here. Thanks a lot, Corn. Greatly appreciated. LT, you said LOL. No, it's because you said they don't have many food brands like Blue Belt ice cream. Um, I always thought Blue Belt ice cream that was more like a southern thing. And plus, here in Cleveland, we have our own ice cream. It's called Pierre's. It's been around for about a good what? For about a good what? At least 70 plus years. Matter of fact, I did do a couple highlights on some of their ice cream sandwiches a while ago. LT, just check out one of my old videos. Just type in Pierre's ice cream sandwiches. They should pop up on YouTube. Get more birthday wishes. Oh, I'm feeling love. Yeah, but LT Blue Belt to me, that's more like a southern thing. I've definitely heard of it, but I just never seen none of it sold up here. I think that's definitely more in the South. You said you should highlight some of the good restaurants in the Cleveland area. I definitely want to. I've been wanting to highlight this food truck that's very popular in Cleveland called Setty's. A lot of people say they make the best Polish boys in Cleveland. Matter of fact, it's been featured on shows such as Bizarre Foods. I'm getting the folks in a minute. Yeah, Corn, I know that's you, man. You said, come on, comment pop up. Corn, you said good shit, keep it going. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciated. What's up, Bruce? How you been? It's been a while. What you been up to? Bruce, you asked me, QC, did you ever go to Tommy's for ice cream? No, I don't think so. No, no, I never went to Tommy's for ice cream. I've been wanting to go, but I never been. Bruce, you said QC, I've been looking for your broadcast. Well, I'm about to say Tommy, doggone, think about the ice cream. Well, Bruce, from what I'm hearing, they're gonna shut down Periscope very soon. So all my live streams probably will be seen on Twitter. My brother TC wishing me happy birthday. Thank you, man. Love you to life too. He also says here's to a long life, sir. Thank you. Bruce, you said QC, I am good. I would get a milkshake when I would deliver there. Okay. Intelligent Cycle, you said definitely love to see some good highlighted restaurants in the Cleveland area. Well, hopefully not. Well, hopefully with this pandemic being curbed a little, hopefully I can definitely do that eventually. Bruce, you said QC, I haven't been there for a long time as I changed jobs after I got fired. Oh man, well, how's the job situation going for you now, Bruce? Bruce, you said QC. Okay, I will go to Twitter for having missed your broadcast, and I feel you're number one. I greatly appreciate that. And yes, Bruce, today is my birthday. I am 38 years old. Yes, today is my birthday. I am 38. LT said they're about to shut down what? QC YouTube? They're about to shut down Periscope, which is which is linked to Twitter. That's what they're about to shut down. Thank you, Bruce. Man, greatly appreciate that birthday wish. Thank you. Thank all of y'all for the birthday wishes. And like I said, if you can donate to the channel via Cash App or PayPal or Super Chat while I'm live here tonight. And for those of you on Haps TV that's watching, you could also donate through a reward. Well, through an award, excuse me. I greatly appreciate it. Bruce, you said QC is good. It is good. I have a good career now, but I don't travel so much anymore. Understand that. Well, I'm glad that everything's working out for you, Bruce, and I hope everything stays that way. You asked me, did I celebrate for my birthday today? Of course. I always celebrate my birthday. Got a chance to see another year, be a year older. Bruce, you asked QC, how did you celebrate? I celebrated by just staying at home and being off of work. All right, Bruce. See, you gave me a award. Thank you for the support. What's up, Nicholas? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Greatly appreciate that. Also, if you want to, y'all could also buy me a gift through my Amazon wish list. The link is in the chat if you're watching on YouTube. There it is for the folks watching on Haps. Intelligent Cycle, you said they should have been shut down Periscope. Nobody uses that software service anyway. I think that's why they're doing it. But that's how some people was watching me through Periscope. Bruce, you said QC, that sounds nice and relaxing. If I was living in Cleveland, I would bring you a sandwich and milkshake from Tommy's. Well, thank you, man. I would greatly appreciate it. Intelligent Cycle, wait for your comment to pop up. You said maybe at least myself. I'm not active on social media like I used to be. Yeah, that's some people. Yeah, some people aren't too active on social media like they used to be. Especially these days. I definitely think COVID has definitely changed the world. Well, in some ways, changed the world around us. Especially we were in a lot of us were in quarantine last year for what, for months on end. We were just concerned with surviving, not being on social media like that. That's just my opinion, though. That is just my opinion. But all right, let's get into the sports talk here. Well, everybody knows by now that LaMarcus Aldridge has signed with the Brooklyn Nets. He's the second former All-Star to sign with the team since Blake Griffin did a few weeks ago. So now a lot of people are calling the Nets the Avengers of the NBA. So, man, Man, the rich keep getting richer, boy. LaMarcus Aldridge, man, they definitely got another good piece for them coming off that bench. Or you could put them in the starting lineup if you want to with KD, Kyrie, and Harden. Bruce, you said QC, did you see LeBron get hurt with the high ankle sprain? Yeah, I did. Definitely saw that. And that ain't no joke. But now, in my opinion, with this move, the Brooklyn Nets are definitely the favorites to come out of the East and definitely at least one of, if not the favorites to win it all here in 2021. If you got a team like this is definitely finals or bust. Well, no, this is championship or bust. Because if this team, if they don't, if this team cannot win the NBA championship this year, it's not going to be a success. I know some people are going to say that, well, it's their first year together. It takes time to gel, but I mean, come on. You have 5 dudes that are all-stars or former, well, either all-stars or former all-stars. And who's definitely have had their big moments in the playoffs. There's no excuse for this team not to come out of the East and get to the NBA Finals and possibly win it all. Bruce, you said QC, I feel the Nets got a lot of old talent for they got LaMarcus, Blake, KD, Kyrie, and Harden. Well, actually, Kyrie and Harden and even KD, all 3 of them are still in their prime. Kyrie's definitely still in his prime. Now, Harden and KD, they're a bit more in their, well, more in their later prime. Blake, his prime got cut short due to those injuries. But like I said, man, this team definitely definitely has to get to the finals and win it. You also said, Bruce QC, I feel for LeBron, for I feel he is the number 2 player of all time other than Jordan. Okay, Bruce, you also said QC, I used to think number 2 was Kareem, but now I got to say LeBron may be number 2 now. Intelligent Cycle, you said, I wouldn't be surprised if Brooklyn doesn't win it all. The news outlet will be ripping them to shreds. That's very true. Very true. You assemble this type of team and you get to the finals and don't win it. Oh yeah. The media is going to have a field day with the Nets if they don't win it all this year. They are definitely going to have a field day. Matter of fact, it's gonna be, if that happens, Intelligent Cycle, it's gonna be very similar, to how the Miami Heat was dogged after losing to the Mavericks in the NBA Finals in 2011. That's how bad this Nets team would be ripped if they don't win it all this year. It's gonna be exactly like how the Heat were ripped to shreds after losing the 2011 Finals to Dallas. They will definitely be ripped to shreds if they don't win it all this year, especially with this team. Brucey said, QC, I feel they got some hard miles on their feet, though, but I agree with you. I mean, not well, Lamar. Okay, Aldridge, you can make that case. Blake, I mean, like I said, injuries kind of, limited his prime. And also, well, KD definitely don't have no miles on him. I mean, he's been gone for over a year, so he should definitely be fresh. And it's and excuse me, it's surprising that he ended up getting re-injured again. But yeah, definitely this next team. I mean, come on. We talk about super teams. Hell, we might have to eliminate the super team for this one. We got to call them a super duper team. I mean, come on. Even the Heat, the Warriors, Celtics. I mean, none of those teams, none of the super teams that we always mention ever had five, stars or five former all stars playing on one team. If if they did, somebody please correct me in the chat. But this is a super duper team. And the net and Sean Marks and the Nets front office are definitely pushing all their chips into the middle of the table and going all in for this year. So if they don't, if they don't end up cashing out with a championship, then this season for the Nets is definitely a failure with the team they have. Intelligent Cycle, you said Stephen A blaming LeBron for all these players joining and signing. Um, I mean, I wouldn't say it was LeBron because let's keep it real. It all really started with Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett teaming up in Boston. Yes, that was done. Those were done via trade with KG and Ray Allen, but still, they were the first who really set it off. LeBron just took it to a whole nother level, and it made players realize that they, can control their own destiny, deciding on, which teams that they can play for. You know, Pierce, Allen, KG kicked it off with the Celtics. LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all took it to another level with Miami because let's keep it real. They had planned this 3 years ahead in the '08 Olympics by taking 3-year deals, because they all wanted to play together. Bruce, you said QC, I feel the Nets not going to win for they are just a collection of players and not a team. Teamwork is the key, I feel. Yeah, you got a point, Bruce. Teamwork is definitely the key into winning a championship. We definitely can have all the collection of talent in the world, but if they can't function as a team, then it's gonna fall apart. Look at the 2004 Lakers. They had Shaq, Kobe, Rick Fox, Gary Payton, Karl Malone, and look what happened. They got beat by a team that had no all stars in the Detroit Pistons. So you definitely right. Teamwork is the key. So, that's another thing. Gotta definitely see how this next team is gonna function as a team. If they can find a way to come together as a team and guys like Aldridge and Blake Griffin can sacrifice their egos, their game for the betterment of the team, then they're definitely gonna have a very successful playoff run. But if they can't, then they're definitely not going to get to their ultimate goal, or may not even, you know, get to the final phase to get to the ultimate goal, which is the NBA Finals. Bruce, you also said, QC, I feel you. Always make the good point, especially about KD for he always hurt lately. Yeah. And that's and you know what, Bruce, in my opinion, if KD would not have returned for that game 5 of the 2019 NBA Finals, he'd be a lot better off than what he is now. Excuse me. He definitely would be a lot better off than what he is now. But you know, the Warriors organization was putting all that pressure on him to try to get him back soon, to try to win that series against the Raptors. Because that pride, that arrogance, that ego got in the way. But for some reason, when I was looking at that game 5, I was just like, KD's coming back too soon. Excuse me again. He is definitely coming back too soon. He should not be coming back this soon in this series. Brucey said, QC, I feel they maybe got the best players, but they're not the best team, for they don't know each other good enough to play for a team. That's an interesting point. Definitely want to see how the chemistry is going to work between them. Bruce, you also said KG could ball and he wasn't even the highest pick. That's true. Excuse me. You also said, QC, remember Kareem and Silk, Wilkes and Worthy and Magic. I feel that team was the truth. Yeah, that Lakers 91 team was actually good. I mean, but a lot of people think they weren't because they got beaten 5 games by the Bulls. But that team was actually good team. They just ran up on Michael Jordan. Who knows? If they would have ran up on somebody else from the East that year, they probably might have won the championship. But hey, it was finally Michael's time to break through, and he ultimately did. Sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes when it's a player or a certain team's time to finally break through, it's just their time. Excuse me. And there's nothing you can really do. Bruce, you also said, yes, sir. I think the same. They shouldn't have let make him play for just use him. That's true. And you also said, QC, I'm not surprised Golden State did that to him, for he was just meat to them. They wouldn't have done that if that was Larry Bird. You can make a good point. Brucey said QC, KD went from high school to the NBA and now he's a legend like Kobe did. Actually, no, Bruce, KD went to college. He didn't get drafted straight out of high school. Excuse me. Matter of fact, let me see which college he was drafted out of. Yeah, Bruce, KD was drafted out of college. He was drafted out of Texas. He didn't go straight from high school to the NBA. KD did go to college. Matter of fact, let me check how long did he stay there. I want to say KD stayed in college for a good what? At least a good 3 years. Or you might have just did the one and done rule. Yeah, he stayed in Texas for a year, so KD got drafted out of Texas. Yeah, you talking about KG, not KD. KD got drafted out of college. Bruce, you said QC. I didn't know that. Are you sure? I think he didn't go to college. Yeah, I'm sure. KD did go to college. Thank you, Intelligent Cycle. It was Texas. Yeah, you right about KG. He went from high school to the pros. You said not. Come on, comment pop up. You said not KD. Okay. Intelligent Cycle. You said he teamed up with my guy DJ Augustine. Yup. I forgot DJ Augustine and Kevin Durant played together in college. Bruce, you said QC, I can't type. KD went to Texas. KG went right out of high school. Okay. That happens to me too, especially when I'm trying to text something on my phone. So don't feel bad. Excuse me again. Oh, Miss Yelena, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Greatly appreciate you. Said happy birthday, my amigo. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bruce, you said QC, remember Kwame Brown? He couldn't make it into the NBA from high school. Please, he couldn't make it to the NBA once he got into the NBA. He is one of the biggest busts in NBA history. Okay, now another player this weekend was brought out, and he now has a new team. Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers agreed to a buyout. And after he was bought out, he instantly signed with the Lakers, which I expected he would do, either them or the Nets. Excuse me. So, the Lakers definitely they definitely upgrade at big man because, hey, let's keep it real. Andre Drummond can definitely give you more than what Marc Gasol can give you right now. That man's a damn statue. He can't move. He can barely shoot. He can't do anything. Matter of fact, me and anybody that's in this chat or watching this live stream right now, all of us can go around and can go past Marc Gasol right now. So the Lakers definitely get a real good upgrade at center. Andre Drummond can come off the bench. He could be like what Dwight Howard was for the Lakers last year during their championship run, because a lot of people forget Dwight Howard definitely was very huge for the Lakers in that run, especially in the finals. He came up with some big games, also had some key blocks and some key defensive plays as well. So I can definitely see Andre Drummond filling that type of role for the Lakers this year. I can definitely see Drummond being in that role. Unless they want to make him a starter. All right, y'all, I got to step away for a moment. I'll be right back. Don't go away. All right, I'm back. Y'all had to step away to give me some water. Seth, he said, "Where's my man at? I'm right here. What's going on? How you been?" Okay, let me catch up on some of your comments. Bruce definitely has a lot to say here. You also said Bruce, KG, and Michael LeBron all have strong mind and great intelligence. True. Bruce, you also said QC, I feel both they need both to make it into the NBA from high school. You said he couldn't do anything when he was young, and he is worse now. You said QC, he only in the league for one reason, to get fans to watch. Who are you talking about, Bruce? But yeah, Drum is definitely a. Seth, you asked me, it's your B-Day, QC? Yes, it is. Today is my B-Day, Seth. Excuse me. But definitely think Drummond is definitely an upgrade over Gasol. Now, I don't think he's going to start, but he's definitely a real good piece off the bench for them. Just like, to me, he's going to be their Dwight Howard. And I definitely think the Lakers can get at least a good maybe 12 and 12, at least a good 15 and 12, 15 and 10 from Drummond off the bench. Because even when he was here with the here in Cleveland with the Cavs, he was still putting up some pretty good numbers. So I definitely think he's gonna do wonders for the Lakers, especially once LeBron and AD come back. I could definitely see, you know, Drummond getting a lot of time with LeBron, coming off the bench once he gets back. Well, thank you for the birthday wishes, Seth. Greatly appreciated. Bruce, you said Gasol. Bruce, you said QC. I'm sorry for talking so much. I get excited talking sports and mainly NBA hoops and NFL. No, Bruce, you good. You good. It's okay. If I didn't want you to talk, then I would just mute you. But no, man, it's all good. Seth, you asked me how have you been these last couple months. I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Thanks for asking. How you been? But now, can I see now with this move with Drummond? Can the Lakers come out of the West? They got a pretty good chance, but it's going to be a lot tougher. To me, last year the Lakers had more of an easy road to come out of the West. You know, because they definitely didn't have to play the Clippers, who ended up choking away a 3-1 lead against the Nuggets in the second round. But this year, if they want to get back to the NBA Finals, the road for them is going to be a lot tougher. You know, I know people want to kind of don't want to get a Jazz their props, but you got to get it. You got to get a Jazz their props. They're doing their thing. You know, you definitely gotta give shout outs to Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, definitely, who I think has been one of the most underrated point guards in the NBA for a long time, finally getting his shine. You gotta give Quinn Snyder, the head coach, his props. He's definitely a bona fide coach of the year candidate. Also, you got teams like, of course, you got the Clippers there with Kawhi and PG-13. You know, let's hope playoff P don't show up this year. And also, you got the Suns. They've definitely been playing a lot better lately. So it's not going to be a cakewalk for the Lakers to get back to the finals this year like it was last year. Bruce, you said QC, thank you. You are a great gentleman. I thank you, and I'm thankful too. Thank you. I appreciate it, Bruce. Thank you. Seth, you said I've been all right, man. Said I heard something about LeBron potentially signing with the Nets. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard as soon as his ankle, he comes off that high ankle sprain, he gonna get traded to the Nets. No, I'm playing. Yeah, but it just seems like the Nets are just signing everybody, man. You know, but back to the Lakers. I know a lot of people feel, they got LeBron and AD. Of course, that's great. That's a great combo to have, but come on. I keep on telling some people you can't sell these other teams in the West short, and you can't underestimate them. You can't underestimate Utah. You can't underestimate the Clippers. These teams are a lot more stronger and hungrier this year. So I'm not saying the Lakers can't get back to the finals. They definitely can, but it's going to be a lot tougher than it was last year. Because, like I said, I mean, of course, you know, in a small way, yes, being in the bubble helped them out. But even if there was no bubble and this pandemic wouldn't have hit, I still think the Lakers would have had an easier, path to the NBA Finals because just the way they were playing. It's like who's gonna stop that team from reaching the NBA Finals, winning it all? If any of y'all looked at my video on my previous videos, I said it last year that the Lakers were gonna win the 2020 NBA championship. Seth, you said for real, dude. It's crazy funny. Yeah. Man, who would have thunk? Man, who would have thunk the Nets would have been getting all these players? Everybody wants to go to the Nets. But hey, you got dudes like Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge ring chasing. They know that hey, maybe they're not gonna be the all-star that they once was on any other team. So they say, hey, I might as well latch on, to a team and try to get a championship. But like I said earlier, if this Nets team does not get to the NBA Finals and win it, the season is an ultimate failure. It's definitely an ultimate failure if they don't win it. Because that team is too talented to not win it all. And also, you definitely got, I mean, okay, the Nets, they've improved a little bit defensively, But you got a pretty nice defender now in Aldridge. You know? And you can definitely put him at the four. You can definitely put him at the four or put him at the three. Say, when KD needs a breather, or put him at the five. Bruce, you said QC Lamarcus could ball back in the day. I feel he could maybe be in the Hall of Fame. Oh, Aldridge can still ball. You forgetting he was definitely balling with the Spurs. He was definitely balling with the Spurs. Matter of fact, man, I think him and Kawhi definitely would have made a great. They definitely were going to be the next duo, in my opinion. But Kawhi ultimately ended up getting traded to the Raptors. Went on to win a championship and went on home to LA. Well, no, not home. I should. Well, no, wait a minute. He is from LA. I'm sorry. But yeah, I definitely think Aldridge still has something left. LaMarcus Aldridge still has something left, and I definitely think he can. I definitely think he could be a real good contributor for the Nets, especially coming off the bench. Brucey said, "QC, I feel the Nets got the most talent, but they not the best team. I feel LeBron and AD healthy, they gonna win." I can see your point on that. I can see your point on that because they don't because the Nets right now don't have the chemistry that the Lakers have. The Lakers already, LeBron and AD already had that chemistry, being together for a whole year, going through the playoff grind, winning a championship together. So okay, I can see your point on that. That you would pick LeBron and AD over the Nets if they were healthy. I can't fault you for that. And that's definitely going to be interesting to see, Bruce, how this Nets team comes together as a team for these last few weeks of the season. Because the playoffs start in May. So these next 6-7 weeks is definitely going to be a very telltale sign on how the Nets come together as a team to see if they're ready for a deep playoff run. Bruce, you also said, QC, I feel you 100 on that. You also asked me, QC, do you have an opinion on why Kawhi said no to Pop in San Antonio? Okay, well, you know, as you know, Kawhi was still recovering from that injury he suffered from that cheap shot, by Zaza Pachulia in the 17 Western Conference Finals. Now the Spurs wanted him to come back sooner than he was ready to. Kawhi, wanted to be, at full 100%, not just physically, but mentally. And Kawhi, he felt like he wasn't ready to come back yet. He really wanted to take his time to recover. And not only the organization started throwing shade at him, but you had Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili throwing shade at Kawhi. So, they just dogging the man. So Kawhi just said, okay, if y'all not gonna, really have my back here as a player, I want out of San Antonio. Now he really wanted to go to LA all along, but there wasn't really not much for him in LA. Of course, you thought he was gonna go to the Lakers once LeBron got there, but Well, no, wait, I'm jumping a little bit ahead. So he really wanted to go to LA at first, but there was no. Of course, the Spurs wasn't going to do that. They were not going to trade him to a conference rival. So they ended up sending him to the Raptors for DeMar DeRozan. And you all saw what happened when Kawhi got there. You know, he won him a championship, went on to LA, well, went on home to LA. But yeah, that whole Kawhi Leonard thing, Spurs were wrong for that. They did that man dirty. And you know, I definitely thought Pop would have had his back more because we all know that Greg Popovich is that type of coach who has that reputation of, you know, having his players back. You know, we definitely saw him have David Robinson's back, Tim Duncan's back, Ginobili's back, Tony Parker's back. But I definitely felt Pop could have went to bat for Kawhi a little bit more. Because yes, R.C. Buford is the GM of that team, but let's keep it real. Greg Popovich has the ultimate voice and in some ways the final say in that Spurs organization, in my opinion. Bruce, you said I remember that cheap shot. Oh yeah. Before that, man, Kawhi was killing Golden State. He was giving them that work. And in my opinion, if Kawhi wouldn't have gotten hurt in that series, I think the Spurs win that series. Excuse me. You also said QC, I didn't know. So now I know. I feel Kawhi is right. That is the sign of a strong-minded man. Yeah, I think if he would have gotten if he would have gotten more support from the Spurs, I think Kawhi would still be in San Antonio right now. I don't think he would have ever left. Bruce, you said QC just like GS did to KD. Definitely. It's definitely similar to what they did to KD. But, you know, KD still decided to go back out there. Whereas Kawhi said, no, I'm not going out there till I'm ready. Bruce, you said QC, I feel it's racism for is always against us in the NFL as they killed the running backs and concussion players. Oh yeah. And man, and speaking of the NFL, Bruce, out of all the sports leagues, this is from what I hear, the NFL has the worst pension of all sports. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to think. It was the year before last. Jim Brown wrote an article about it for the New York Times and on how he basically criticized the NFL on how they handled pension and medical care for retired players, especially players that were playing in his era. You know, they just now really within the last 15 plus years, they're finally starting to address CTE. Excuse me, which they should have been addressed a long time ago. I mean, come on. You know, look at a lot of the players who suffer with CTE, like Jim McMahon. I mean, he said in interviews there's been a few times he forgot how to get home. And also, as you know, the late, Junior Seau and Dave Burleson tragically took their lives. Excuse me. Because they were having, brain issues, and after they passed on, they requested that their brains be studied by science for CTE, and their brains were, and they found heavy CTE in Junior Seau. Bruce, you said, QC, to tell you the truth, I'm getting very upset about the treatment of us, and now the NFL going to 17 games. I'm definitely going to touch on that in a few minutes, Bruce, on the 17 games. Excuse me. Bruce, you said, QC, that doesn't surprise me, for they take advantage of the players the most in the NFL. I feel they should be sued by the players for abusiveness. Oh, excuse me. I mean, that would definitely be good, but it would have to be more of a class action lawsuit, Bruce. You definitely would have to get a bunch of retired players together for that lawsuit. And also definitely would have to get together and go down to the NFL office and definitely stand face to face with the commissioner to really to you know for the players to really get better pensions and better health care. Because I mean, come on, out of all the sports, football is the most physical sport to play. It is. And plus all those hits players take, and also being late is, if you a quarterback constantly getting hit, laid to the ground, same with a running back or a defensive player, you bumping helmets with an old lineman. Excuse me. You also asked me, Bruce, guess how many black owners in the NFL? You also said, QC, I'll give you a hint, is less than one. Is zero. There are no black owners in the NFL. None. Shoot, there's hardly any black executives or black coaches in the NFL. Matter of fact, the only two black GMs in the NFL are Andrew Berry of the Browns and I'm trying to find the Dolphins GM name, Chris Greer of the Miami Dolphins. Those are the only two black GMs in the NFL right now. And the only black coaches they have, the only black coaches that's in the NFL are Brian Flores of the Dolphins, Mike Tomlin of the Steelers. So there's not a lot of black representation in the NFL. Unfortunately, not just on the owner side, but there's not a lot of black GMs or coaches. And I'm definitely surprised that dudes like Ty Bowles and Byron Leftwich, they're the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator of the Bucks. They didn't even get an interview for head coaching jobs. Excuse me. Bruce, you said QC, I feel the NBA isn't as bad as the NFL. Yeah, you're right. The NBA do a little bit of a better job of taking care of its players more than the NFL. That's because, a lot of players, at least the players to me in the NBA, have a little more control and say so than the NFL. You also said QC, then also in the NFL, they take the running back, give them a lot of carries when they're young. Then when they get ready to be paid, they are already broken down. That's why I know it's abuse. You're right, because a lot of these teams don't even want to re-sign running backs after that first contract, which I think is a shame and it's unfair. Very unfair. Bruce, you said QC, I feel it's wrong. That lawsuit would be good. You also said QC, at least the NBA is fair, I guess. Excuse me. You said QC, but they got no problems playing 17 games and ignoring the concussions and calling its names when we take the knee when it's time to protest. That is protected by the Constitution. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Downright ridiculous. All right. Now, ooh, excuse me. Now, uh, LT, no, you didn't. You said, LeBron signed with the Nets. I know Kitty gonna be happy. He definitely would be happy if LeBron would lead the Lakers to go to the Nets. Be like, finally, I can enjoy my Lakers again. Bruce, you said QC, I just hope I live long enough to see it change. I hope we all do. Bruce, you said LeBron sided with the Nets. Nah, that ain't happening. That's definitely not happening. LeBron is not signing with the Nets. So you Laker fans, whether you like it or not, LeBron is with your team. So just get used to it. But okay, now, as y'all also know by now, over the weekend, the NFL announced that it was going from 16 games to 17 games. And the 17th game will be a game between an AFC team and an NFC team, where all the AFC teams are hosting the AFC teams this season. And then next year it's going to be the NFC teams hosting the AFC teams. This year, for me, I'm a Browns fan, it's going to be the Browns hosting the Cardinals here in Cleveland this year. Excuse me. Now, a lot of people are definitely critical of the 17th game being added to the NFL schedule. Matter of fact, you even have some NFL players such as New Orleans Saints running back Alvin Kamara being critical of adding a 17th game. Excuse me. A lot of people definitely feel that adding a 17th game will, bring on more injuries, leave players more susceptible to concussions. Also, it might even affect the playoff race. Y'all gotta excuse me for a moment again. I'll be right back. Don't go away. All right, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. Now, you know, now as far as the fans go, on the 17th game of the NFL season, some fans love it, some fans hate it. Let me catch up with y'all comments here. Bruce, you said QC, remember Dr. J? He was maybe also my top 3. Yeah, I remember that. Also, you said, Bruce QC, I feel the NFL should go back to 14 games, as 16 is too dangerous and 17 is even more abuse. I definitely see your point on that. Bruce, you said, QC, I feel the NFL wants 17 games to make more money, but what's going to happen to Tom Brady when Tom Brady gets a knee injury? Oh, of course, Bruce, you know it's all about money with the NFL. It's definitely about money with the NFL. You also said, or when Mahomes gets knocked out. But yeah, it's all about money with the NFL, Bruce. That's why they added this game, because the NFL owners will see more money. That's what it's all about. It's about money, man. You said, welcome back, QC. Jay's videos, you said, have you seen any of Dan Silly's videos? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Tell me, what are they about? Excuse me. Now, my opinion, I definitely think the NFL shouldn't have added 17 games. They definitely shouldn't have added 17 games because that's just too much. And also that's more wear and tear on the players. You already had them playing 16 games. Now you're gonna have them play an extra game. You know, Bruce, you said, but QC, don't the NFL Players Association have any say? Of course they do. They're the ones who voted for the 17th game. They voted for the 17th game. Well, majority of them did. But definitely don't think the NFL should have added a 17th game. They should have kept it at 16 the way it was. Now, now, we're gonna have now next year we may have a team make the wild card with a 9-8 record. Bruce, you said what? QC, maybe they the crazy ones. But yeah, this 17th game doesn't come to pass without the Players Association. So that means a lot of the players voted on an extra game. If I were an NFL player, I wouldn't be voting to play an extra game. And also, in my opinion, if they're gonna do that, then they definitely need to bring back where the first two teams in each conference get a first round bye instead of just having the number one seed get the first round bye. Because I mean, You got two teams playing 17. I mean, you got teams playing 17 games. The top two teams in each conference definitely deserve that first round bye. Instead of having them play wild card weekend, but no, well, wait a minute, you got 7 teams now. Unfortunately. Well, no, well, not unfortunately. I did like the fact they added the 7 seed. But maybe if they're gonna do that, they should throw instead of making the bye. Maybe they should throw in an extra bye week or something. Bruce, you said QC. Maybe I'm wrong about the owners being greedy for it. The NPA, the NFL Player Association vote for it. They're greedy too and dumb. I mean, please. I mean, shoot. It's all about. I mean, in a business like this, Bruce, it's all about money. Okay, especially with the NFL, it's all about money. Money for the players, money for the owners. Definitely can't forget about TV money because you know, what was it? Excuse me. The week before last, the NFL agreed to a new TV deal that's going to last for 11 years. As you know, ABC is definitely in the mix now. You know, ABC, Disney, ESPN. They're going to be broadcasting the Super Bowl within the next 5 years. So this was definitely the right time to put this 17th game in, especially with the new TV deal that's going to start to take in effect next year. So this was definitely the right time for the NFL to do this. And definitely the more TV money they get, the more advertising revenue they get as well. So yeah, of course this is all about money. Bruce said, but QC, how much would you take to get a concussion and have your life destroyed because you got bad headaches all the time? Oh, I definitely. Oh yeah, of course. I definitely agree with you on that, Bruce. I definitely think this leaves players more open to getting more concussions, adding the 17th game on. LT, you said, you know, QC, my pop said the youth need to stand up because this generation don't get it twisted. I'm a part of this generation. This generation ain't social. We want to be on the phones. That's very true. Oh yeah, that's definitely true. You know, this is more and that's the crazy part about it, LT, that this generation now definitely has the technology that people in your pops generation didn't have. Back in your pops day, your pops came up in the civil rights era. There was no social media or camera phones. So now this generation definitely has the tools to really get the message out and really to speak out on certain issues, because they could put a post out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, what have you, and it could be seen all over the world now. Whereas opposed to back then, in order for something to get seen across the world, it had to hit the news. So definitely, I wish this generation would be more active in social issues because they got the technology and also social media to really get their message out there, a lot more faster now than what they did back in the day. Bruce, you said QC, you 100 on that, but the NFLPA should be taking care of the players better. I definitely agree. They definitely should treat their players better. Like I said, they definitely need to give their players better pensions and also better medical care, especially with CTE going on. In my opinion, no way in the world these form excuse me, these former NFL players should be paying for their own health. I mean, in my opinion, these former NFL players should definitely be getting better health coverage from the NFL than what they do now. It does not make any sense. And in my opinion, they also, with this CTE, definitely should have these players, definitely should have these players going to see therapists as well. Because in my opinion, if players like Junior Seau and Dave Burleson would have had that outlet, then those two wouldn't have taken their own lives. In my opinion, LT said exactly. We can build together. Definitely, we definitely have a lot more avenues now to do, especially with the internet. Especially with the internet. So there is definitely no excuse. What's up, Kobe? Thanks for the birthday wish. How you doing? You asked me thoughts on the Drummond buyout. Well, Kobe, I definitely talked about the Andre Drummond buyout earlier. Excuse me. I definitely think that's a real great pickup for the Lakers. Is an upgrade from Gasol over Gasol. I definitely can see Drummond being a more efficient Dwight Howard. That's my thoughts on that, Kobe. I definitely think he could be more of an efficient Dwight Howard, and I definitely think he's going to pay a lot of dividends for the Lakers, especially when LeBron and AD come back. And I definitely can see him being like a six man off the Lakers bench. I don't think he's going to replace Gasol in the starting lineup. Okay, I'm getting more of these comments. Rucci said QC. I agree. Kobe, you said doing good, man. How about you? I'm doing good. Thank you. But yeah, I could definitely see at least between 15 and 10 from Drummond coming off the bench. And also, he's always been that shot blocker. So I definitely like the move that the Lakers did. They finally got that backup big man that they've been missing since they let Dwight Howard walk in free agency. LT said that's very true, QC. Back then, when they had Black Wall Street, they didn't have no technology. See, this society wants us to think we are lazy because, like G said, we need another Black Wall Street. Oh, that's all good. That's definitely good, but we also got to protect it as well. Got to do a better job of protecting it this time than what they did. Because no way in the world those folks back then should have been ran out of their businesses. or their own homes, some that they worked hard to build. Kobe, you said facts. Gasol a damn slug. He is, man. He is a statue. Me and you could go around Gasol right now. Bruce, you said QC. Did you see the special about Jerry West and Kobe? No, I didn't. When did it come? When did it come on? Bruce, you said QC. I feel West loved Kobe like a son. I cried a little when he started crying about losing Kobe to the crash. Oh yeah, Bruce, Jerry West and Kobe had a real special relationship. They had a very special relationship. They were definitely close. You know, he was very close to Jerry. I never felt that Kobe and Mitch Kupchak were all that close, in my opinion. But he and Jerry West, they were definitely close. They were very close. And yeah, definitely. And I definitely think, that felt. I mean, I definitely think Jerry West felt like he lost the son when he lost Kobe. You also said QC. It made me realize now how good some people are. As West took care of Kobe when he was young, and they were best friends like a father. Definitely. Kobe was what, 18. When he first got in the NBA, he took him under his wing. He basically took him in as a son. Being a young man, a brand new city, especially in a big city like LA. He had to learn the ropes. Also had to learn how to, you know, get into, adjust to NBA life. Watch out for all the pitfalls that come with being an NBA player. So, you know, Jerry West definitely was a true mentor to Kobe. Y'all excuse me for a minute. I'll be right. All right, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. Let me get to y'all comments. LT said exactly. See, back then we didn't have no weapons. It was against their system, but now, oh man, it's too many ways to defend yourself. Martial arts, definitely. Wait a minute, Roots. You said QC. I wish all the players had the mentor like West, and in the NFL too, as the NFL is more rough. But NFL seems like a lot of the older players don't want to mentor the young, the current players of the NFL. I always felt there was a disconnect, more of a disconnect between old and young in the NFL than it is in the NBA, in my opinion. But but yeah, definitely Jerry West was definitely Kobe's mentor, father figure, and friend, and you could definitely tell they always had that bond. And I definitely think that when Kobe passed, it did feel like Jerry West lost a son. I'm sorry for repeating myself, y'all, but just trying to backtrack to where I left off before I had to step away for a moment. Also, definitely been teasing about this for a while. I'm gonna start doing memberships within the next month. Now, for those of you who didn't tune into my live stream last week, I explained to you what memberships are on YouTube. Memberships are basically VIP subscriptions, meaning that you're going to get content that you're not going to see posted on YouTube. You get the when you pay for a subscription, you get special benefits to seeing content that you won't see on YouTube. Also, I'll be doing members only live streams with you guys. Excuse me. Plus, you'll be getting shout outs on the videos as well as the live streams as a member. And I'm working on content right now for just to be seen by members. I have 4 tiers. The first tier is 99 cents per month. The second tier is $2.99 per month. The fourth tier is just let me make sure I got this correct. Going it. Okay, the third tier is 19.99 a month, and the last tier is 24.99 a month. I have the first one is the home run tier. That's the bronze. That's the 99 cent one. The second one is the 3 ball tier. That's silver. That's 4.99. The third one is the touchdown tier, which is the gold. That's 19.99. And the last one is the platinum tier, the alley oop for 24.99. And like I said, you're gonna get exclusive content that won't be posted on YouTube, like blooper reels videos for members only live streams. Also, you get ugh, got a little tongue tied for a second. You get to see the videos I post on YouTube first before everybody else do. So you basically get to get a sneak peek at the videos that I will be posting on YouTube. These are some good, is definitely going to be some good content. I got a few series that I'm going to be working on just for members only. So you definitely want to become a member. It's quality price. It's some it's definitely reasonable prices. I didn't want to sit up and gouge people because I know some of you are still going through it right now with the pandemic. And I know some of y'all just got those stimulus checks a few weeks ago. So, you know, with so definitely come on and be a member. Like I said, you're gonna get exclusive content that you won't see on YouTube that you're gonna enjoy. And I'm working on a few things right now that's gonna be posted just for members. So you definitely don't want to miss out. And I definitely can't wait to launch the memberships here in April. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you're definitely going to enjoy them. You will not regret becoming a member. Definitely won't regret becoming a member. And this definitely helps me keeps the channel going and growing as well as expanding. And I already greatly appreciate to all the people who supported me over these last 4.5 years here on YouTube with the donations. And also and I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in to the videos and the live streams. I'm very grateful. And I know it's been a while since I've done an unadulterated podcast. Definitely going to be doing that once again soon. So be on the lookout for that. That's on anchor.fm. I can't wait to get back to doing that because I definitely miss doing those podcasts and I miss y'all listening. But anyways, y'all, I got to get out of here. I thank y'all for joining me here for my birthday. I greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the donations, the support, and also thank all of y'all for watching, whether you were watching this on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, Twitch, or Haps.tv. I appreciate all of y'all tuning in. Excuse me. This was definitely a real good birthday. I'm blessed to see another year, to be a year older. And I definitely thank God for all of y'all just for wanting to just tune in, listen to me to watch sports, watch me smash some cake. And I enjoy chatting with y'all here in the chat. I will be back within the next couple of weeks with some new NBA live streams as the playoff race is definitely going to heat up. Definitely want to see how LaMarcus Aldridge and Andre Drummond fit in with their new teams. And also, if you want to buy official Talking and Grubbing gear, go to teespring.com. At the Teespring store, I'm selling t-shirts, long sleeve shorts, hoodies. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. Face mask. Hope y'all can see that. And a lot more. And here's the Teespring link right there. And just for those who may not have got it on YouTube, post that in the chat. I'm offering 50% off, 25% off, free shipping. There's the Teespring 50% off promo code. Type in friend. There's the 25% promo code. Type in TNG21. That's T, the letter N, the letter G, 21. And for the free shipping, type in the promo code Teespring. That's the letter T, SPRING. Also, once again, if you want to satisfy your sweet tooth, make sure you go to my sister-in-law's website, Humble Beginnings Mobile Bakery, Navette the Baker. And that's www.humblebeginnings.com. She offers those good desserts. She can make just about anything you want. She does a great job of doing sweets as well as also designs. Also, she even does desserts with alcohol. So you want to satisfy your sweet tooth while getting the buzz. She's definitely the one to see. And also, if you want to donate to the channel, you can donate via Cash App or PayPal for my birthday. Let me give y'all the Cash App, Cash Tag, and PayPal email address. There we go. Okay, there's the Cash App, Cash Tag, $ Talking and Grubbing. And here's the PayPal email address, talkingandgrubbing@gmail.com. Or if you want to buy me a gift, you can buy it through my Amazon wish list. Here's the link to the Amazon wish list. And also it should be in the chat on YouTube. But once again, y'all, I thank y'all for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. I had fun on this live stream. Definitely thank y'all for coming and joining me here on my birthday. I appreciate y'all taking the time out of your night to come join me for a few minutes. And I definitely appreciate all the birthday wishes. Appreciate your support and your viewership. So until next time, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. Salute to all of y'all. I'm out.